Yo, what's up, guys? Another fresh, hot, new week on this fine Monday. I'm not gonna lie, I fell asleep right in this very chair not too long ago. But we back at it, man, with a new week. And I just want to sit here and analyze the markets with you all. So I'll try not to make this video too long. I know you got things to do. I got things to do. Before you know it, I got to take a shower and start reading, reflecting, journaling, all that stuff. So let's get right into it. First pair is gold that I was looking at yesterday. And first of all, I want to talk about is that overall on the daily time frame, we are bullish. Look at this rally, came back, and pretty much stopped here for that pullback. As we go down to the 4 hour, we noticed that this was an area the price previously made a pullback on this way up and now came back down back to that area. I noticed that a lot of times price would do that. It would create like a small pullback and then will come back down to it later on in the future. So that's what happened. And as of right now, well, pretty much let me show you guys last night as I was looking at this short rally. I was looking for this move to the upside, which is why I created this alert right here. I noticed that it broke this previous, let's call it lower high. I know it's not really technically a lower high because this is like it's like a 23.6 on the field. Like it's a very, yeah, basically a 23.6 or 0.236 on the fib. Meaning that it's very slight, small little bump of a pullback, but we noticed that it broke above right here on the bullish end of things. I was looking forward to that pullback, which it happened last night. I was sleeping. Pullback and it came all the way up here. Unfortunately, I did not get into any of these little micro pullbacks right here, right here. I was working all throughout this point. I was in the hospital today, so it is what it is. You trade the opportunity that you see and the opportunities that you can take. If you cannot afford to take certain opportunities, it is what it is. Like at some certain point, you got to give yourself grace for that. But what I'm looking for and what I'm expecting for now is for that continuation to the upside. Overall, this is a bullish market on the daily, so I am looking forward to that. Right now, we notice that we're right at this moving average, this 50 moving average on the higher time frame. So what I'm looking forward to is a pullback like this, pullback like that for that continuation move. It's a matter of where it's going to pull back to exactly. It may not even pull back all the way back here, but something like this, some here. We're just going to have to see. It may not even give us a complete pullback. It may just like rally all the way up. But I'm looking forward to that so we can get an opportunity for those longs. But yeah, that's gold. Next thing I want to look at is UJ. Now, I did not get into this move. I didn't get into this. I usually just put this here. Let's go to the daily. On the daily, as of right here, it's a bearish market. Looking at that, but we've reached an area of previous support meaning the floor, and it came right back down to it again. If we go to this on the 4 hour, we can see that I was kind of tracking that break of structure or that reversal to the upside as we've been trending bearish for the past few weeks. And we kind of did get this. I got this lower high, and we can kind of go to the smaller time frames. We came to the 2 hour. Notice this higher low. Did I say lower high? I meant to say higher low. Came all the way up here. And when it was all the way up here, I believe during the weekend, yeah, it was up here. I was looking at it, expecting a pullback to at least here and at least here. The reason why I put these here, for my ICT traders, these are known as fair value gaps. Fair value gaps, meaning that they're just gaps in between these three candles. You got 1, 2, 3. It's the gap in between this first candle and this third candle. So I just added that there. I added this one here. This is not something I normally, place a large amount of emphasis on, but it's just something that I noted. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it's not. It's a hit or miss type of thing, but sometimes I just like to at least put it there just in case, just something for me to know as a confluence if it does hit that. And it did hit that first confluence area, that first very value gap, and reversed, but then throughout the day it just kind of broke everything. So we're right back down to this this former area of support. So it could either do one or two things. It could break this and just completely break this overall area of support, or it could continue to reject again as it did previously and try to make a move to the upside. But yeah, this is, as of right now, I'm not touching this. I'm not touching this at all, as it just kind of broke everything and came all the way back down here. This could also be a let's call a pullback to this trend line, or it just could be retesting it. Who knows? But we're just gonna have to gauge that. My fault. Next thing I'm looking at is GJ. On the high time frames, I do notice certain things. So we're bearish, but similar to UJ, we're at an area of previous support. So I marked this trend line on the higher time frames, just showing you the bearish cycle of things. But we also notice a potential higher low right here. So it could like go both ways, technically. I'm sort of looking more into, I don't know, we're just gonna have to see. Like, it could break out either this upside or downside, but we've already had a rejection to the upside, meaning that we have a stronger conviction of this going to the downside, meaning that it came all the way up here earlier today. And notice, this trend line is tough because it came all the way up here perfectly and rejected it. So that's showing me something. Like, this trend line is pretty accurate. So it came all the way back down here, similar to the last pair. I'm not touching this. Like, what do you want me to do with that? Like, what you want me to do with that? It's just sloppy. We're just sloppy right here. I'm not touching it with a fishing rod, bro. Like, for real, man. When it comes to these ranges, I just add this. I'm not touching it. Leave me alone. I'll leave you alone, bro. We're just gonna wait. Let's see if we can get a break of this trend line. Either trend line, a break of support or resistance, break of structure overall, just to get some confirmations on where price could potentially go from here. Nextly, GU. GU is actually looking pretty clean. Like, the price action is not too bad here as compared to the other pairs. On the daily, bullish. Look at it, at least temporarily right here. If you want to go to the weekly, you could say, if you're looking very far back, you can go all the way back here and say, okay, it's bearish. But right here, we are bullish. Right here. Now, we don't know where this bullish run can stop, or even if it will stop, but we can notice that this was that previous lower high for this overall bearish run on the weekly. So just something to note, that we could be running up to here and it could reverse or reject this point. So just notice that. Oh shit. So let's look into this. Let's look into this on the 4-hour in correspondence to our bullish bias. I don't know what I just did. I drew a fib from all the way down here from the start of this rally to our, whoa, this jump. Yeah, okay. From point A to point B, and this point B is really just this entire area right here. I did it at the start of this. Let's put it here. So it started this where everything was just playing around this area, basically an area of resistance here, and came back. Nice pullback. Like I mentioned earlier, it will typically pull back to an area that it was already at, which was this previous higher low. Came back down, created another higher low, which on the daily, I mean, it just looks clean higher lows right here, all in correspondence to this bullish bias, which it is doing so. Created a huge rally to the upside as of last night. Yeah, and pretty much all throughout the day. So that's clean. If I did want to look into these longs, which I think will eventually come all the way up here, I would look for some sort of pullback like this, and for it to keep going. I don't think this will stop, especially as it broke all of these highs, came all the way up here, and actually closed on the 4 hour. So yeah, that's clean. Even on the daily, I mean, that closed freaking bullish as a mug. So I love that. So let's see if we can catch some sort of pullback this week for that continuation. Just a little temporary trend line broke that. So I'm gonna take this off. I don't need that. Make sure to take off the things that are just redundant, things you don't need at that certain point. So just update your chart. Yeah, looking for that pullback of some sort. Remember what I was telling y'all earlier, these fair value gaps, it could fall into here for that move up. I don't know. We're just gonna have to see. I can also pull out a fib from here, from this rally. I like to get it from that start of that bullish candle all the way up here. So who knows, it could come back into this 0.5, 0.618. It all just lines up with the fair value gap and just, you know, some sort of pullback. So let's look forward to that. Next, EJ. Yeah, we just gonna skip that. And yeah, that's it. That's pretty much good for the week. Cause what the hell is this? What the hell? Yeah, that's it for the week. All right, y'all. So appreciate y'all for watching this Monday overview. Go over through, get some cause I'm about to do you. I'm in my bedroom. Let's have a great day tomorrow. Let's have a great week in general. Let's make sure we're being productive. We're showing up. The most important thing is showing up to the markets. So on my phone, I got my my weekly goals for the week and for each day. For the week, one of my goals is just to get in a trade that just follows my rules. And I have to break that down into how exactly I'm going to do that. And every day, all I have is just show up for at least an hour a day, whether that's looking at webinars and breaking things down. But I just try to break and micro manage these various goals that I have, and just making sure I show up every day and give you guys the best content, best value as possible, because we're all trying to become the best versions of ourselves, the 2.0 versions of ourselves, the versions of ourselves that's making money, that's doing it, that's showing up, that's being consistent. And what else you want me to say? So yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.